All right, in this video, I'll share with you some key life lessons that I learned watching this new reality show. It's called MasterChef. Okay, MasterChef, where Gordon Ramsay is one of my favorite characters. But this one, MasterChef American TV series, season one, I just watched. The judges are Joe Bastiani, Graham Elliott, and Gordon Ramsay. As a personal brand, watching each one, it was like seriously amazing. I mean, if you're someone who loves the art and science of personal branding, you need to see these three characters. Gordon Ramsay has a different style. I need to watch his Hell's Kitchen, where he's even more violent, but he has his own brand. Then Graham Elliott is a slightly plumb guy. He's a young guy, but he's a good chef. And Joe Bastiani is a rather thin-looking, I don't know, Italian or something, but he runs Italian restaurants, so he's known as cold and calculated. So great dynamics of having a personality. Okay, now why am I watching this is because I love watching how food is made, especially in five-star restaurants. And I don't know if you know this, there's something called a Michelin-star. A Michelin-star is an international award or recognition that you get for outstanding excellence, whether it's taste or presentation or experience. And to get one star, some people have a entire lifetime and they can't even win one star. And then there is two stars. That means you're so good that your food is consistent, the experience is consistent, the taste is consistent. And then there is the third one, which is three Michelin stars, which is the most rare of them all. You know, if you just to make you understand, to get a Michelin's 3 stars, you have to be so I'll give you an example. Think this is a plate. The food that is kept here, okay, the food that is kept here on this plate, the height, the width, the angle, and the distance from one food to another ingredient, it has to be the same for the next plate. So if you have, let's say, 100 plates, all of them have to look the exact same. And in some cases, when there's a YouTube channel, you can check it out, Eater, Eater. The guy takes a scale, ruler, and he's seeing the distance in millimeters, and he's putting the drops of sweet, just drops. It's crazy. Just imagine that is one dish. So if you have 100 dishes, like, you'll think like, hey, that is stupid, man. That is a level of excellence. And in some cases, people, they want to eat in these restaurants. There's a waiting period, sometimes of 3 months, 6 months, sometimes even 2 years. I've seen some Japanese restaurants where people have to wait in line for 4-6 hours. Like, they open at 5 o'clock, but people are already lined up at 4 o'clock or even 3 o'clock. And even if you come on time, you have to still wait 2-3 hours. Noma, one restaurant where there is a waiting list of 2 years. No matter how rich you are, successful you are, powerful you are, if you give your name, there's a waiting list for 2 years. So it's unbelievable. They just want to taste what these guys cook. So the amount of creativity, the amount of artistry, the amount of effort that goes into making this food is unbelievable. On YouTube, I watch the Eater channel, and there's another one, Bon Appetit. Okay, so I literally watch, and I love, while eating food, I'm actually watching how they make the food. Okay, so, and these are day-to-day people, normal day-to-day people, but they have achieved world-class excellence. And by the way, it is so stressful that there are even cases where people have committed suicide to maintain these standards because they couldn't take the pressure. Okay, so I gave you what Michelin stars is. I gave you what dining in the creme de la creme, the world's best outlets are. So that is where it segments into this reality show which is called MasterChef. Now, I accidentally bumped into it. For me to watch a series is near to impossible because I really have to be convinced it's worth my time. Some of my favorite series is Ultimate Fighter because I love seeing fighting and athletes and how they prepare. Ultimate Fighter. The Apprentice, which Donald Trump made famous, was one of my favorites. I have the old seasons. Then which other? Yeah, so these were the two reality shows. I have like 30 years worth of episodes. I like watching documentaries, how fighters started from nothing, how they overcame obstacles, and how they achieved excellence. So I like to watch kind of reality stuff. Less nowadays, at least nowadays, I get bored of these action movies, and unless it's a thought-provoking movie, a movie that really like blows your mind. The latest one being Miss Solane Sloan. Okay, so I like watching thought provoking movies. Okay, so in MasterChef season 1 USA, I watched the whole thing. Oh, I was so addicted. I was so crazy. Like I couldn't put it down. I just kept wanting to watch it, binge watching, as I say. And I've literally now downloaded every season because I want to see all of it. Okay, so lately my new binge watching is Master Chef, and I'll tell you why. I love to see the unpredictability, like whom you think would win does not win, whom you thought would never win, wins it. Then the guy who you may not like the guy, but he's actually good at his job. Then there is an underdog story. Then they make one accident and they were about to win. Like there is this one scene where this girl in the finals, she prepares a chicken and there's just a few more minutes left and she has to present the chicken and she drops it. And she's in the finals, huh? Just imagine. And she drops it and now she's like, what are they going to do? Everyone is shocked because she will lose. Okay, so how does she bounce back? So yes, I do love the drama. I know some of it you can say is planned out, whatever. But I love these reality shows, and they are real. They are real. They are not fake. They are not like you don't know how to cook, but they're trying to show how to cook. And it's not like those Big Boss or Big Brother crap garbage, just shitting around and making people like crap. Here they are creating dishes. I love to see how food is created. But this season 1, I watched it. After I watched it and the twist in the end, who won? There's a lot of twists and turns and twists and turns, and who you want to win does not win, and who you thought would never make it makes it to the finals. I'll not give you who's the winner. But after I saw it, after I finished the whole series, I was like, okay, this aired in the year 2010. Okay, 2010. It has been 14 years, nearly 15 years since that series aired. So I was like curious, what happened to all the contestants? Because the contestants who are taking part, all of them are very passionate about cooking. They have given up their jobs. They have left their careers. Some have stopped their college, stopped going to school. Some of them have dedicated their entire lives to prepare for this competition. And it's so intense that they actually cry when they don't make it. Or some of them, when they make it, they cry and they sob and they're hugging their family. Their families have literally sacrificed whatever it takes to help them achieve this dream. It is their dream. They want to live for it. So out of 1,000 participants, only 100 get selected to prepare the dish, the first round, elimination. And out of that, only 30. And they show each one when they bring the dish, how do the judges react and what do they say. So just imagine, it's such a difficult process. So finally 30 come. And out of the 30, then next day, there's just like the first competition is cutting onions. Just the way you cut onions, half of them get eliminated. Then the way you fry an egg, they want you to fry an egg. How do you fry an egg? Different ways. How do you present it? It's unbelievable. It's what we take for granted. You can literally see it happening there, and you can appreciate the creativity of just even frying an egg or presenting a coffee. How do you do it in a unique manner, each one? So people get eliminated. Now, after all this, There were only, I think, 12 of them or 8 of them remaining. 12, whatever. And out of the 12, one by one, people got eliminated until there was the last 4. Then they battled it out, last 2, and then 1. So I searched online to see, okay, they were so passionate about this. They wanted to get into the cooking business. They wanted to write books on cooking. They wanted to teach others cooking. They wanted to open an institute of cooking. All these, they wanted to open a franchise deal. So I was like, after 15 years, did they achieve it? Did they not? Did the winners do it? Did the losers? Are they anywhere? This is what I found out. Okay, and here are the 5 points. The first one is, which has been my mantra throughout, is life is so unpredictable, man. It is so crazy. All the contestants, all, not few, all of them, they opened up restaurants, they wrote cookbooks, they went on a tour and all that. And none of them have been able to keep their restaurants afloat as business. So all of them who are supposed to be promising and supposed to have something worthwhile failed. Okay. Second one, you can be passionate about something today and you think that's your life. But to the shock, after a few years, you do not want to do that. How many of them who gave up their careers, who gave up their college education, who gave up everything, who took loans just to become a chef? Some of them are now actors, actresses. Some of them are models. Some of them are housewives. Some of them have gone back to their old jobs. So I was like, bloody hell, you were supposed to be passionate about this and you are crying on television, national television. And it was not fake. It was not manufactured. It was real. And now they are no longer interested in that passion. So that was a second shocking thing. Number 3 is, you can achieve your dream, you can be a winner, and it can still be a disaster. Like some of the winners, what I searched in other episodes, who won the first place and who got a contract and who got like $250,000 cash and who got a deal for writing a book and an opportunity to study under the world's best chefs. And they ended up losing everything. Everything. They lost the book deal, means the book didn't work out well. They worked under the chef, it didn't work out well. They opened up a restaurant, it didn't work out well. And they became an utter failure. Even though they won the show or they were successful. I was like, bloody hell, man. So there are no guarantees in life. Then number 4 is, you think you know what you want. But the reality is you don't. And I'll give you a specific example. There is this guy who makes it through in the top finals. He literally cries every time because he's so passionate. When he talks about it, he talks about it with passion, where he cries and says, never going to give up. And it's very genuine. You can literally feel it. And he's ready to fight. Okay? This guy, he gave up his career. He gave up everything to pursue this. And then when I checked his bio, he didn't go. He went back to his job. He doesn't want to do anything related to cooking. I said, what? So he thought he knew what he wanted, and it's totally something else. And last if not the least, there have been a couple of characters who failed miserably, who cried and who lost everything. And the funny thing is, they failed on television, but they have succeeded in real life. They are not famous celebrities or anything, but some of them became very rich in terms of other business ventures. So I was like, okay, so it doesn't mean just because you failed in one thing, or you failed in the eyes of the world, or you didn't have a personality that was very charming, doesn't mean that you'll fail in other areas and avenues. And there were 2-3 characters. I was like there's this one guy who who was cooking and all that, and but he was not liked. And now it seems that he has multiple businesses which he leases out as franchise, and he does a lot of things for charity. And so I was like, oh wow, that is tough. That is shocking. So what I'm trying to tell you through these series is, it's unbelievable. You watch a series, you get so immersed into it with these characters, and you actually believe the ones who won, they won it. The ones who lost, they lost it. But life is so unpredictable. And then there are people whom you know for a fact is like they're just getting lucky. And yes, then it proves that, my analysis was right. So anyway, that is a different thing. So yeah, I really found this MasterChef part one, season one, really worthwhile entertaining. Yes, I am aware that the winners, they were selected by the producers and the judges after a lot of deliberation, because end of the day, it's all about views. It's all about how many people just signed in or sat down to watch, because eyeballs. If you can give someone who deserves it, but if nobody's interested, your show will fail. So obviously, you need to have that character who brings the maximum eyeballs. I'm very aware of all that. And where they show that they are thinking and deciding in 5 minutes, it's actually 24 hours that they spend thinking. All that I know. But I'll tell you, for me, watching these reality shows you so much about life, how unpredictable it is, how crazy it is. And even in some cases where the guy and girl are madly in love, and like the Contender series, which was about boxing, they're so madly in love, they want to marry each other. And then after the series gets over, they not only break up, they sue each other and they become the worst enemies. So, so that's how life is. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? And what are the reality shows that you watch, and what would you recommend? I would love to hear from your side. Anyway, having said that, good, bad, ugly, feel free, comment down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.